Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? First of all, let me give a shout out to the three that came in here first. That's Sonia Watts is first. Your number is 7929446. Ruby Turner, your number is 7929445. She was second. And Lisa Taylor, she was number 3. Her number is 7929444. So, let me get these in here. I always want to do that before I get started because I'll forget and people be like, you didn't put it in there, and then I put a second one in there, which I know that I did, but somehow, sometimes I do forget, and I don't want nobody missing out on something that I said. Hey Bertha, how you doing? Woke the God is in the building. Tina Powers is in here. Let me give a shout out. Lisa Calhoun's in the building. Next level, God's child, Miss Dee Dee is in the building. How you doing, Miss Dee Dee? And then we have Nancy LaRose. All right. So, and you guys, I wanted to go because we followed this case for a long time, and I wanted to go over it because it is now they're in trial, and Kayla took the stand today. And I don't know if you guys are watching, but I just start wanting to call when we start watching a trial as it goes, especially a case we followed. And we've been looking for this baby and looking for this baby. Her name is Harmony Montgomery. And it was weird. I can't remember exactly the date that the mother, because what happened was The mother lost custody of her child and she went to jail or prison. And when she got out, she was changing her life. She knows she had did wrong. She was doing all kind of foolish things. And she's not saying she wasn't. But when she got out and she wanted to know how her child was doing and what was going on, nobody would let her talk to her baby. And so she started reaching out to her therapist and to the mayor. And I mean, she was writing letters to people and stuff. This mother would not stop no matter what. She was not stopping. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. She's going to live a whole life of thinking that she is the reason behind this, when and in all reality, all the pieces of the puzzles connect, to be honest. I can't say she wasn't, because it's too late to turn your life around so your child can be here. you know so some people want you to say good things, and that's as good as I can say it right there right now. But nobody would have even known that this baby was missing had not she be, vigilant, and or vigilant, but looking for her child. So kudos to the mom. She's a great mom. She made vows that she was gonna do right, and she wanted her baby. She loved her baby, and we all make bad decisions. We do make mistakes, and that's one thing about a real woman. Especially when it comes to her child, when she really sit back and be like, she ain't no angel. She did a lot of things wrong, but when she started turning her life around and getting things in perspective of how it's supposed to be and where she's supposed to be and what she had to do to get her kids back, or to see them, or to be in their life, or whatever, she got the bad news. Nobody didn't know where, this baby was at. And so she the one that started the ball to roll to look for her child. Sometimes the system, somehow, some way, he got custody of the baby. I don't know how. We hear little things, and then there's little things that we're not gonna hear. But he moved from state to state and town to town. And anyway, he got the baby, probably for that big old check, because she was blind in one eye, and there was some complications going on with the child. But nevertheless, she continued to look for her child. I'm just giving you guys the backstory. If some of you are in here and don't know the backstory of Harmony Montgomery, and this mother, she got people to be looking for this baby. It's like, hey, she reached out to a congressman and was like, I'm going to the news because I'm supposed to be able to speak to my child or see my child or whatever. And if I'm doing everything right, why you guys are not doing everything right? And that's what happens. We expect, when we drop the ball, we expect that the world that tells us that we dropped the ball, that they can do it right. That's what happened to Classic and Sincere. The mom dropped the ball, and then the system had the kids, and then, hey, PS, how you doing? And then when it was time to, it wasn't time, but instead of getting your life right, the kids came up missing, and then all of a sudden everybody's concerned. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it that way, but I'm not meaning it in a really striking way towards the parents. I'm just saying that's what happens. I just cannot put some sugar on it. That's what happened. So I put the picture up there, watching that you see Adam coming in the courtroom. He throws his little tongue out there like 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 he did something great or whatever. Yesterday he didn't even show up. Okay, so this has been going on for a while. The juror has been told to not be reading on things, not be visiting different sites and stuff, looking up, seeing what you can see and all this other stuff. So let's talk about it a little bit because, we're watching it. And if you're not watching it, please, you can easily catch up within one day. 2-3 hours if you sit down. You ain't got to listen to all of the riddle rattle. But sit down, listen to Kayla, what she said. Kayla is the state star witness, okay? Kayla married Adam. Kayla lied a whole lot. That's what came out today. Okay, let me read a little bit, okay? This is what Kayla said. This is quote. This is the rabbit ears up in the air. It says, "It was like evil." Harmony Montgomery's stepmother offers graphic testimonies against her husband. Kayla Montgomery, the state star witness, said in court Friday, which is today, that Adam Montgomery beat his daughter to death in December of 2019 and then ordered Burger King and got high. Then he ordered Burger King and got high. He beat the child to death and then went and ordered Burger King. That is okay. So now you guys are you're starting to see what I'm saying about the things that happen to these kids. It's almost like we're seeing the same thing over and over and over. These people want us to believe later on that they have remorse or, they're emotionally disturbed. But why was you not emotionally disturbed after beating the child to death? You know what I'm saying? Is it because you wasn't disturbed? It was about you, what you wanted to do. It didn't faze you. So you went and ordered Burger King. The child is dead. And you're sitting there eating a burger and got high. And you know what? I hope they have no remorse. That's like on Cody Bigsby. His father went to Hardee's. He loved Hardee's. Matter of fact, when his family was finally get to go visit him, guess what they came and brought him? Hardee's. So you guys are starting to see what I'm saying about how people react after they did something so heinous. So anyway, let me go on. The trial of the New Hampshire man accused of killing his 5-year-old daughter, Harmony Montgomery, in 2019, it continued today. The opening statements and emotional testimonies were the focus point of the second day of the murder trial. This is just the second day. So you got Thursday, which was yesterday. Adam didn't show up. I don't know what happened, why he didn't show up, but okay, or maybe I missed something, but I didn't see. And like I said, I don't just sit there. I've got things to do, but I do watch it because I want to know how this happened. So the opening statement and emotional testimonies were the focus point of the second day of the murder trial of Adam Montgomery. Well, the second day of the murder trial of Harmony Montgomery, but Adam is the one that is being charged. Prosecutors laid out a disturbing story of how Adam Montgomery killed Harmony by hitting his daughter after she soiled herself. That seems to be everybody's reason to beat a kid now. If you remember on not Cody but King Hill, the babysitter, she got upset because he soiled himself. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you guys something, and I'm not gonna I won't say never, but I'm gonna stop talking about certain things because I just believe that some people need to have their privacy, but these type of people usually take care of other people. Yeah, they call themselves like they really good people. You know what I'm saying? They find themselves jobs as CNAs and nurses and LPNs and this and caregivers and stuff, and taking taking in their mother and their grandmothers and their daughters and granddaughters and stuff. And they don't, the patients are very thin. I mean, I have patience too when I do have patience, but when then my patience run thin, I gotta get away. I don't care if I just leave the kids at the house and just go sit in my car. My kids are grown, so ain't nobody gonna go call the state talking about SP leaving her kids at home. My kids are grown, okay? My kids are grown. I learned not to do that a long time. I'm not saying I never tried to do it, and I said tried. My conscience couldn't let me. I was like, what if the house catch on fire? What if somebody break in? I couldn't think. I couldn't work. I couldn't do nothing. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm making a bad decision. Those things run in your head. You can't tell me that they don't. But anyway, nevertheless, getting back to what we was talking about. This man beat Harmony Montgomery and then started eating some Burger King and smoking him some drugs. Okay. So the defendant, Adam, beat Harmony because she had a bathroom accident, something she had no control over. So the Attorney General, Christopher, said, they say the man then transported the young girl's body from place to place in a duffel bag. I mean, he literally was carrying her to work, putting her in the freezer, putting her in the back trunk of the car. He carrying this dead child, in a duffel bag around with him. Okay? I mean, wow. Okay. Hey, you guys, some of you guys did not know this. But yeah, he took the child to work with him and stuck her in the freezer. Okay? And kept her there for a while and then put her in the attic. I mean, he's been taking this, he didn't, okay. So let me move on. So they say the man then transported the young girl's body from place to place in a duffel bag for months to cover up the crime. But the defense argues someone is responsible for her death. Adam Montgomery's estranged wife, divorced wife, estranged wife, Kayla Montgomery. The defense has spent the afternoon trying to poke holes in Kayla Montgomery's story. They say she's lying and is responsible for the death of the young girl. So they're trying to say that Kayla is responsible for the death of that baby. Okay? Yeah, they're saying Kayla is. Isn't that something? And you know what? And I'm going to say, I can believe that. I mean, that is a highly possibility because women and then baby girls getting all the attention, they get a little jealous. Them mamas, them wives, them girlfriends get jealous of that baby. And, but then, Adam's brother said he's seen Adam beat this girl before. So, I mean, there's a lot of red flags. Could have been a lot of people that could have helped this child. And everybody just, the mama in jail, the daddy doing drugs. Here come the new girlfriend. Now she's the wife. She having a baby almost on Harmony's birthday. So she gets married on Harmony's birthday. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be like that. I went into contractions and da-da-da-da-da. And I mean, come on. Oh, did y'all hear that? Yeah. And so she was like, oh, I wasn't trying to get married on her birthday. The baby came early. I went in contraction. We was having a baby shower. And so we just called the justice of peace over and we got married before the baby came. But she got married on Harmony's birthday. Okay. So Kayla Montgomery, the state star witness, took the stand today, breaking into tears as she discussed Harmony. The 33-year-old woman is currently serving a sentence at the New Hampshire Correctional Facility for Women in Concord for perjury. That's all she's been charged with, perjury. She lied to the jury, and they only charged her 2 times, but they found even in court today she lied like 20 times. And you know what lying gets you? A 3.5 to 7 years. So she's looking at 3.5 to 7 years on 2 charges. She probably gonna get 6-7 years. Good time, she'll about be out in 4. This happened in 2019. She did some time. So it's 2024 now. So that's 5 years. That's 5. She's probably served time. She's probably served time, you guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. They're probably going to give her the minimum of that 3.5 to 7 times 2. 3.5 is 7. You guys understand what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm just being honest with you because she's the star witness. So I'm pretty sure they promised her something. Okay? And they actually dropped a lot of charges. That's why you don't see them now. So anyway, so the 33-year-old is currently serving a sentence at the New Hampshire Correctional Facility for Women in Concord for perjury as part of the plea deal. So she's getting benefits to stay there. So that's part of the plea deal too. She allegedly lied to a grand jury about her whereabouts. She said she was at Dunkin' Donuts, and she told them where Dunkin' Donuts was. That was and those are little lies. You know, they didn't say, well, you know, she said she didn't know nothing about Harmony's death. They slapped her with she lied and said she was at work. She lied and said Dunkin' Donuts was on 20-something street. That's the lie that they charged her with. When there was 20 other lies that she said. She said she didn't know nothing about Harmony. Matter of fact, she said Harmony was seen this day, that day. And he took her to, and she didn't say, she said, no, she didn't know nothing about Harmony, and Adam took Harmony to his mother and blah, blah. Those are charges she should have been charged with. You see how this works, you guys? Come on. You guys are seeing what I'm saying. Anyway, she allegedly lied to the grand jury about her whereabouts when Harmony was last seen, saying Adam dropped her off at the work at Dunkin' Donuts on November the 30th. When she, in fact, no longer worked there at the time because she had been fired for stealing money from the cash register. So, she lied about that. She testified Friday. She lied because I was scared and because Adam told her to. I was scared for myself and my children and for Adam because I didn't want anyone to get in trouble and I was scared, she said. That's why she lied. When in fact, when she was in jail, she was writing little things in her mind, that little things. She was using a journal saying, I just want to have one last sexual encounter with Adam. Just one more before I turn on him. Before I betray him. Okay? Hold on. She really didn't have to say anything. You were married to the man, woman. Come on now. You didn't have to say nothing. You could have said, you know, I am going to you know, I'm going to lean on my rights. That's my husband. But, I mean, I'm glad she did, you know, be silly and whatever and speak on it. But she didn't do it for the right reason. She told you she didn't want her kids to be taken. And Adam had told her that if anything goes down, he was going to take the whole charge. He was going to take the whole charge. Okay. So Kayla Montgomery also went into horrifying detail as she described what she said Adam did to his daughter back on December the 7th, the day she said Harmony was beaten to death. She testified that Adam, Kayla Harmony, and Kayla's second 2-year-old son and 1-year-old son were all living in a Chrysler Sebring. They were all living in a car. Kayla, Harmony, a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old, and Adam. That's 5 people living in a car in the parking lot of a Manchester apartment complex after getting evicted from their home, and that Harmony was repeatedly urinating and defecating in her seat rather than telling her parents that she needed to go to the bathroom. Even if she told them she needed to go to the bathroom, where was she going to go? You know what I'm saying? So they're mad at her because they're evicted because they didn't pay the rent and got kicked out of their home. So they got 3 kids, 2 adults, and they want the kids to now, and remember, Harmony's 5. She could have been 4 at that time. Need to tell them when she got to pee or poop. You know? Okay. Sometimes kids don't know at 5 and 6. You know, matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why sometimes you can't send kids to school. If they're not potty trained by the age of 5, they don't want you to unless they're slowly developed. They'll put them into one of those classes. But other than that, they say, well, they can start school early if they're potty trained. And in that way, they can have accidents here and there because they're still learning. But these people was like, hey, she's sitting in her seat in the car and she ain't told us she got to pee or potty. She probably looking at them like, I don't see no bathroom. We ain't in no house. Why would I tell you where we gonna go? She might not want to go on the side of the road. But anyway, nevertheless, Harmony was repeatedly urinating and defecating in her seat rather than telling her parents that she needed to go to the bathroom. It happened a lot, at least every day. One time every day is nothing. But anyway, they ain't got a wash machine and dryer either, So she said that Adam got angry and would hit Montgomery in the face or on her leg or her hand. She would cry whenever she got smacked by him, and I could hear it, and it sounds like it hurt. That's what Kayla said. She said the abuse caused visible injuries to Harmony, including black eyes and bruises on her face and legs. She said Adam would often cover his daughter with a blanket so that people wouldn't see her injuries. Kayla testified that on December the 7th, Harmony had an accident earlier in the morning before the family drove to the methadone clinic. So they were on crack, right? Or whatever. Methadone. He was yelling and screaming at her and punching her in the head, and she was crying. Shortly after 7 a.m., she said she and Adam went to get their methadone dose, and when Adam got back into the car, he could smell urine, and he started yelling at Harmony and hitting her in the head repeatedly, right in front of the methadone clinic. Kayla then asked if they could go to Burger King, and as Adam began driving in the direction, she could hear Harmony making noise. She was crying a lot and she was making a weird noise. Adam was getting really angry from Harmony peeing in the car, and he repeatedly kept punching her on the way to Burger King. There were a couple red lights, and when we were at the red lights, he would go over the driver's seat, like in between the passenger seat, and he was just punching her repeatedly in the head. At that point, Kayla said Harmony started making a moaning kind of noise. I put my arm up and said to stop, but he looks at me and he gave me this look. It was like evil. His eyes was crazy. I didn't like it, and I couldn't stop him from hitting her because the look he gave me was scary. Shortly after that, Kayla said Adam stopped. He said he thinks that he really hurt her, but he felt something. The family then ordered food from the Burger King drive-thru and ate in the parking lot. Harmony eventually stopped moaning, but neither Adam nor Kayla checked on her. Instead, Kayla said they went and got some heroin and crack and got high. A short time later, the car died at a traffic light and the family was forced to abandon the vehicle. At that time, Kayla said Adam realized that Harmony had died. Is everybody listening? Put a 1 in the chat, because I ain't seen nobody say nothing. People love to call me as soon as I come on live. I've been sitting here all day. Ain't nobody said nothing. Thank you, Lisa Taylor. Thank you, Walk to God. Okay. So at that time, Kayla said Adam realized that Harmony had died. Adam was trying to wake her up, and she didn't reply or anything. He said, Harmony, and he kept saying, baby girl, and trying to budge her, and there was nothing she said. From there, they walked back to the parking lot of the apartment complex, and Kayla said Adam put Harmony's body in a duffel bag and disposed it in a snowbank. A friend allowed them to sleep in his car for the weekend until they figured something out. They later went to Kayla's aunt's house in Manchester, where Kayla said Adam stashed the duffel bag with Harmony's body inside under the porch. When they went to stay at Kayla's mother's apartment, Kayla said Adam transferred Harmony's body in a cooler and eventually put her body in the ceiling in the vent of the room that they were staying in. For a time, Kayla said Adam kept Harmony's body in a freezer at Portland's Pie, the restaurant where he worked. Kayla then described in gruesome details how Adam dismembered Harmony's body in the bathtub at Kayla's mother's apartment using a NutriBullet blender and lime to help the remains decompose. I saw Harmony in the bathtub, still folded together, the same way that she was left in the bag when we took her out of the car. Kayla Montgomery said, and she just looked it like she had just barely any skin, like she was just a layer of skin and bone, and she was all bruised up. Adam later told Kayla that he wanted to get rid of the body soon because he was scared that if anything ever happened, he was scared of what would happen to him and me and the kids. She said he got in touch with an old friend of his, rented a U-Haul, and when he returned home, the bag containing Harmony's body was no longer with him. He didn't say where they were going. He said he wasn't telling me where he was bringing her, so if anything like this happened and the cops got involved, that I wouldn't know where she is, so I couldn't tell anybody where she is. Only he would know. Kayla said Adam later became paranoid that she was talking with police and repeatedly beat her until she and her two children finally moved out on March the 17th, 2021. Prosecutors said after Kayla point blank if she killed Harmony, attempting to get ahead of defense attorney, to which she replied, "No, I did not." Kayla Montgomery returned to court after lunch break to be cross-examined by the defense. During that cross-examination, the defense drilled down on the idea that Kayla Montgomery lied to the grand jury. She did not dispute that she lied, but there was conflict about how many times and exactly what she was lying about and what was the truth. You kept insisting that all you knew was that Adam drove off with Harmony and that was all you knew. Yes, that was a lie. Yes. During opening statements, Adam Montgomery defense blamed Kayla for Harmony's death, saying she's changed stories and lied to protect herself. Adam Montgomery did not cause Harmony's death. Kayla Montgomery was the last person to see Harmony alive, defense attorney James Brooks argued Thursday. Kayla was an equal participant in the cover-up. She knew how Harmony died and she won't tell. Authorities said Harmony died December the 7th, 2019, in a car she was living in with father, stepmother, and two younger stepbrothers in Manchester. They said Harmony passed away after her father hit her and her body eventually ended up in a bag, which prosecutors say Montgomery moved to places like a homeless shelter and apartment. Police didn't declare the child missing until 2021, and her remains have yet to be found. He believed that if there was nobody there, could be no evidence of the horrible things that he did to her, and he would get away with it. After opening statements came witness testimony. Harmony's biological mother, Crystal, took the stand to answer questions about when she last saw her daughter and the type of child she was. "I just kept reaching out to Adam and Kayla and asking them, begging them to see her. I was scared for whatever, did not even sure what I did." Crystal says she only saw Harmony twice in person and twice on FaceTime. After losing custody of her daughter in 2019, she said her daughter was amazingly rambunctious and very smart. Other family members also spoke of Adam Montgomery's uncle and Harmony's great uncle Kevin. Montgomery testified that he witnessed an assault on Harmony by her father in 2019. He later contacted child welfare about it. The girl had a black eye, and when Kevin Montgomery asked her what happened, he said his nephew replied, "She didn't do anything. I bashed her around the effing house." Michelle Rafferty, that's Harmony's foster mother, also took the stand to describe the Harmony she knew. She was a loving child. She was very sweet, very happy, super social. She loved to be with people. Wherever she went, she left people happy, and you knew that she met her, she recalled. Why is Adam Montgomery not in court? Adam Montgomery was in court on Tuesday doing jury selection, but has been absent since the trial started on Wednesday. He waived his right to appear for the trial proceedings on Wednesday and Thursday. It's not known if he'll appear in court later in the trial. So I know some people had called me and say, "Why is he not in trial?" Well, he has a right. He don't have to go, you know. You keep talking to me, but I'm not seeing your comments. Yes, I'm seeing your comments. I'm going to go up. This trial makes me sick. I believe Harmony was sick, scared of Adam and Kayla. I believe she was scared of Adam because Adam beat her before. I think Adam was beating Kayla. You can call in 316-553-3056. I heard it. Adam, you are in trouble. Like I said, they were protecting themselves in not harmony. I read all your comments. Now, Kayla is divorced from Adam. Kayla really put it down today. Well, Kayla needed to do more time. She's not doing no time. And, the state wouldn't have spent all that money if she would have just came out and told the truth. So I'm not too happy with Kayla. Now you want to tell the truth? I believe she's only telling the truth to get lesser time. And I know that's a good reason to give you less time because, people want to know where the baby, but she can't tell you where the baby is. She don't know. She don't know where Adam took the baby. So if you got something to say about this case, you watching this trial, I watch, you watch, it helps you understand how these people think. They think they're so right and they can cry and you're supposed to have sympathy. Hey, this is SP. How you doing, Miss Tina?
What's up, Epic?
Hey, how you doing? Let me give you your ticket number before you get started. Your number will be you getting them tickets, girl.
Right now.
Oh yes, you are. 7929447. I appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you. I appreciate the whole family. I guess me and you've been hearing the same thing. Did you see when I'm sorry, I'm washing my client's dishes. Did you see when they brought Kayla's face? I mean, y'all should have seen her face, y'all. It was black. It was black and blue and everything else. Both of her eyes were black and blue. Man, she was scared of Adam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Was scared of
she was scared of Adam, but she was in jail talking about she want one more last time with him.
Man, no, not me.
I mean, if you scared of somebody, why you want to have sex with them?
Man, it's sick and twisted.
Uh-huh.
They played the sick and twisted game. I don't get it. It's called domestic violence and guilt or something.
It's a trauma that trust me, the people that violate you and beat you and abuse you, you sometimes you can be in love with them. You just not in love with them beating you, and you just hoping that it'll stop or one day that they just wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering, okay, let's be real. Okay, so I wonder, what did Crystal and Adam's relationship was like? Besides, having intercourse and having harmony. I mean, if you wanted, you could have chosen a better father than that, if you know what I mean.
Well, you remember Crystal used to be on drugs too with Adam, so I believe they shared drugs, and that lifestyle. People of the same lifestyle, they hang around, they be together. I mean, that's what they do. They don't want to go be with somebody that don't do drugs. See, and that's one thing about it. You could be with somebody that does drugs, and you thinking, "Oh, I'll let them go do their drugs." Well, you're not going to be on the same level as them when they high, and they know that, and they don't like that. They want you to be high too. So if you're not being high, they're going to go be with somebody to be high. That's why when people be like, "You're staying with somebody that's on drugs," why? They're going to go find a sexual partner that when they get high, they're on the same level. That comes with the territory. It just do. some people be like, no, 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 he just gonna be gone for 4 or 5 days and that's it. Yeah,
Right.
and
Right.
he gonna be hanging out with somebody that when he's high, he's feeling some kind of way, like macho or whatever, and he can't be around you because you're looking at him like he's a drug addict, and you're messing with his high. He wants somebody to be high with him, so when they do their kinky stuff, it's just yeah, you
So
know.
I'm wondering if because I don't know if you heard this or not today, but I heard it and I caught it. So you remember that girl that you remember Kayla's friend? I forget her name, but anyway, like I said, I forget her name. But anyway, her and Adam was having a sexual thing too. Kayla knew it, but she didn't, want to believe it or whatever. But I caught that. I mean, I couldn't help but catch that. I was like, oh my. So Adam was throwing his slinky around to everybody that will come in contact with everybody. I'm trying to clean it up, SB.
Yeah,
Uh,
but if she, I believe her friend did drugs too.
but once again, we all into that drug scene, and like you just said, they all want to get high together, smoke, whatever. It's all about that lifestyle.
And then they're not responsible for their actions. They'll be like,
Right.
it's just like they'd be like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was high, but you slept with my friend. You're laying in the bed with my mother, my daughter. What are you doing? I was high. I didn't know. Yeah, you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
knew. You just doing those things, and and then you can talk about it later because, you all were, high.
Right. Right. Man, and this page makes me sick.
Yeah.
It
Well,
does. It just makes me sick. I mean, for him to actually doing that to his daughter, I mean, why couldn't you give? Well, never. Why couldn't you give her back to the foster family that had her before? That lady that went up there yesterday and
yeah,
talked.
yeah.
Why couldn't you say, look, I'm having a tough time now. X, Y, Z. I can't get it together. It would have been easy. I guess because I haven't lived that lifestyle and I don't want to, but anything but this. Anything but this.
Right,
Anything but this.
right.
Yep. But anyway, SB, I'm going to go ahead and roll off of here and, let somebody else give their own opinion on it or their own spin or whatever. But anyway, I appreciate you. I love y'all. We heard the same thing as, we were explaining it to them and all this and all that. But continuous on Monday, y'all.
Yes, yes. This is gonna be a really short. Once they have that state witness there, she's the star state witness. What she said today, if you miss any of this whole trial, just listen to what was said today because that's the
Right.
most important part of this puzzle.
Yes, yes. But I caught what Taylor said, and I was like, oh, I can't wait for the time to SB that. Ooh, so you were sleeping around, girl, boy. Oh, Lord. Okay. But
All
let's see, I'm going to go ahead and roll off of here and let somebody else come up and share the spotlight with you. And I enjoy everybody in the chat room, and I enjoy you.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right, thank you.
So if you guys got any he was yelling and screaming at her and punching her in the head and she was crying. Golly. The one thing I could say is at least I don't know if there was anything sexual done to the child before this, but at least she didn't die in that way at that particular time. But that's what happened in court today, you guys. I wanted to share that with you. And let me see here. Um, let me see if they got anything to say on here. Something that I missed. Um, Adam Montgomery, 34 years old. He faces charges of second degree assault, witness tampering, abuse of a corpse, falsifying physical evidence in connection with the death of his daughter, Harmony. Let's see what else. The judge is now ending testimony for today. Kayla will return to the stand on Monday, you guys. The jury has been instructed to return at 8:45 in the morning. While under cross-examination, Kayla Montgomery has been rubbing her forehead and hanging her head low. The defense attorney asked if she was okay. She said she has a migraine. All attorneys are now at the bench speaking with the judge. At 2:31, the court is taking its mid-afternoon break. The jury will return in 15 minutes. 209 News 9 investigated has learned that Kayla Montgomery will go before the state parole board on March the 7th. She is eligible for parole in May. You guys hear me? She's eligible for parole in May. Attorney Smith is pressing Kayla Montgomery about her lies. She's telling Kayla she lied to protect herself but pointed the finger at Adam. Kayla Montgomery says that is true. Adam Montgomery's attorney is questioning Kayla about lies she told to the grand jury. She is currently serving time for perjury. We are now entering cross-examination of Kayla. This is the defense's biggest chance to poke the holes in the defense. At 12 p.m. today, Kayla has been in prison for more than a year. As she admitted lying about what happened to Harmony, she said she went along with the story of Adam made up because she was scared. Under questioning from the prosecution, she recounted the events leading up to the day she said Harmony was killed, including how the family went from living in a home to living in a car in a parking lot. She told jurors about how she said Adam repeatedly punching Harmony, causing her harm. Adam was getting really angry from Harmony peeing in the car, and he repeatedly kept punching her on the way to Burger King, she said. And there were a couple of red lights, and when at a red light, he would go over the driver's seat and between the passenger seat, and he was just punching her repeatedly in the head. The trial is on a lunch break. Kayla says she eventually left Adam on March the 17th. She told prosecutors the two got married on Harmony's third birthday, June the 7th. Kayla Montgomery is telling the jurors about abuse she says she suffered at the hands of Adam. She says there was times she tried to get help from others, but Adam would threaten her. She says she eventually was able to take her children and leave. Kayla Montgomery is going into detail about how she says Adam tried to hide and dispose of Harmony's remains. The family later moved to an apartment on Union Street in Manchester on February the 20th. Kayla tells prosecutors that Adam told her he put the bag containing Harmony's body in the freezer at the Portland Pie Company. Y'all be eating that Portland pie. Oh, I've been sick. I've been sick for a while, but it's just an ongoing thing. Back on the stand, Kayla Montgomery says Adam Montgomery was in the shelter bathroom for a couple of hours as he tried to fit Harmony's body in a hospital tote bag. 11:02, court is back in session. A word of caution. While what was heard so far has been immediately extremely difficult to hear, the state is about to dive into some of the most disturbing details. The judge has ordered a mid-morning 15-minute break. Kayla will remain on the stand. She was on that stand all day. And then she's going to come back Monday, you guys. Yeah. Kayla Montgomery says Adam Montgomery discussed getting rid of Harmony's body. She says he wanted to use lime because it would help decay Harmony's body. She says he told her he planned to dismember the body. Kayla says Adam told her there were blood and fluids in the ceiling. She claims Adam put Harmony's body in a trash bag. She says he then put the trash bag in a hospital diaper bag. Kayla says the family lived at the shelter for about a month and a half. She says there was a horrible smell that was coming through the vents of the ceiling. She says Adam removed Harmony's body when maintenance came to investigate the smell. Kayla is once again crying as she tells prosecutors that the family then moved to the family in transition shelters in Manchester. She says Adam Montgomery put Harmony's body in the ceiling of the shelter. Kayla says Harmony remained in the cooler for a couple of weeks. Kayla says Adam Montgomery then placed a duffel bag with Harmony's body in it in a cooler that was in the hallway of her mother's apartment. Nobody went to go look. Nobody went to go look at any of this. The bag, the cooler, trash bags. I see this is going backwards, but it's okay. They took the duffel bag with Harmony's body in it. She says once at her mother's house, they put the duffel bag outside by the trash. Kayla Montgomery says Harmony remains in the duffel bags while the family was at her aunt's house. The bag sat on the porch of her aunt's house. You telling me that the aunt didn't look in the bag? Nobody looked in the bag? Another friend came and jumped in the car. Kayla Montgomery says Harmony's body was in the trunk. The family spent 2 nights in the car. They then moved to Kayla Montgomery's aunt's house in Manchester. Kayla says that night a friend who lives at Colony Village allowed her Adam and their 2 children to sleep in their car. Kayla Montgomery says the family then returned back to Colony and Adam Montgomery put the duffel bag with Harmony's body in a snowbank to hide it. At that point, Kayla Montgomery says she and Adam tried to get the kids out of the car. She says Harmony was not waking up despite several attempts. She says that Adam Montgomery then put Harmony in the duffel bag. Kayla is extremely emotional, crying on the stand. As she recounts what happened, she says no one called 911. She says she didn't run away because she had her 2 other children. Crystal is crying hard now. Her anguish is not noticed by jurors. They are focused on Kayla Montgomery. Crystal's hand is over her mouth. She is struggling for her composure and being comforted by friends. One juror has tears in her eyes. Kayla says the family then left the apartments. Their car died at the intersection on Elm Street. She says Adam Montgomery tried to jumpstart the car, but it didn't work. Kayla Montgomery says Harmony stopped making noises when the family arrived at Colony Village. She says she and Adam Montgomery never checked on Harmony. The 2 did drugs, heroin and crack, for about 20 minutes. Kayla Montgomery tells prosecutors she gave her children some food, but did not see Harmony because she was under a blanket. The family then went to the parking lot of the Colony Apartments in Manchester. Thank you, PS. Let me get your tickets out there for you. You guys, hold on. 5, 10, 50, 20, 25. P.S. I got you. Your numbers will be 7929448449450 and 452. Let me get that written down.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I had to get those tickets together. Thank you. Appreciate you, PS, in the building. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She say, it is so sad that so many people failed this little girl. Yes, it is. It is. Okay, and then Kayla says Harmony was crying and making noise. She told the jurors she never looked in the back at Harmony because she was afraid to see what she looked like. Kayla Montgomery says Adam Montgomery was punching Harmony in the head at the stoplight on the way to Burger King. The couple, two children aged 2 and 11 months, were also in the back seat. Crystal, Harmony's mother, has arrived. She is crying softly. The juror is stoic through very hard testimony. Yeah, you gotta watch that testimony for today. It started way early. Kayla said the family left the clinic and headed to Burger King. She said Adam continued to hit Harmony along the way. She claims she could not recall how many times. Kayla tells the jury that at one point she put her arm up to stop Adam, but he gave her this look that made her afraid. So she says she never saw that look in his eyes before. Kayla says Adam got mad after Harmony had a bathroom accident in the car. She says Adam first hit Harmony while the family was at the methadone clinic. Lots of trial watchers today. The gallery is full. Kayla Montgomery is on the stand. Kayla Montgomery attorney Paul just arrived. Court officer says Adam Montgomery declined transport to court again Friday. It is interesting to note that his absence goes completely unacknowledged by the court, with no explanation to the jurors, who is not informed that he is currently incarcerated, which is why when he does appear, he is in civilian clothes, and why the leg shackles discussed on Monday was so important to the judge to clarify to Adam that his shackles could signal to the jurors that he is incarcerated. He said he understood. Kayla Montgomery is on her way to court right now. Harmony's mother, Crystal, took the stand Thursday and talked about the last time she saw Harmony. She said she tried desperately for months to get in touch with Adam and his now estranged wife. Crystal says she even reached out to Adam's uncle, Kevin, who also testified Thursday. He talked about what he saw. She had a black eye. Kevin said he told a number of people about what happened, including the State Division of Children, Youth, and Family. Now, that's kind of weird that he had already turned that in. But nobody still didn't help this baby. Wow. I mean, it goes on and goes on. They're saying Kayla Montgomery testified that tried to hide her body. Jurors hear testimony. So you can read the blogs and stuff. So the laws have changed because of Harmony Montgomery's investigation. Witness list for Adam Montgomery murder trial. A full timeline of the story right there. Let me see how the law has changed. Laws changed because of Harmony Montgomery. Let me just read this to you guys and we're going to get out of here, okay? The Harmony Montgomery investigation has led to laws being changed in New England. In New England? In the wake of the little girl's disappearance, the state of New Hampshire has made changes to its laws to prevent similar cases in the future. New legislation has been passed to update what's called the Interstate Compact of the Placement of Children. Originally formed in 1965, it's a federal recognized compact between all states in which participants work together to ensure the safety and stability of placement of children and youth across state lines. Last year, the state also finalized a provisional placement agreement with the state of Manchester, which creates deadlines on information that is swiped or, swiped between the two states if a child is crossing the border. Well, it doesn't really go off into the details of it. That's all it says, you guys. Boy, this was a pretty little girl. Oh, it does go off in the details. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's just saying what happened. June 2014, Harmony is born. August 2014, Harmony is removed. That's June, July, August. June, July, August. So Harmony was moved in 2 months after being born. September of 2015, so Harmony is removed from Crystal's care 3 times because of neglect related to drug use, according to Manchester report. Harmony visits her father in prison twice, in January and July. September, Adam is released from prison and moves to New Hampshire. 2016, 1 year after his release, Adam contacts the Massachusetts Department of Children and Family for the first time to resume visits with Harmony. 2017, after visiting with Harmony once per month for 5 months, Adam stops responding to DCF requests for future meetings. August 2017, Adam meets with Harmony for the first time in 11 months and the 9th time in her life. He had contact with DCF in September 2017. 2018 of July, Crystal, mother of Harmony, loses custody of her daughter. In 2018, Crystal later tells police she lost custody because of drug addiction, and Harmony was placed in a foster home. In 2018, the Department of Children and Family requests a home study by the New Hampshire. Okay. The request did not include the necessary information to initiate a home study. But in 2019, Harmony's father, Adam, is granted in February of 2019. He was granted custody of the little girl by a family court judge in Lawrence, Massachusetts. DCYF officials are notified of the custody decision before it receives the additional information it requested for the home study. Crystal says she spoke to her daughter on FaceTime call around this time. She says this was the last time she saw Harmony, Easter 2019. July 2019, DCF received an anonymous call alleging abuse. The caller says Harmony had a black eye. When the caller visited her Griffith Street home in Manchester the week before, a child protective service worker visited the home and emails Manchester police to say no eye injury was observed. Oh, wow. Okay, so I believe that would have been the Uncle Kevin calling in anonymous in July. And then whoever the DCYF social service person says they did not observe a black eye. August 7th, a child protective service worker visits the home again and interviews Harmony and Adam and Kayla. The worker notes a red mark in Harmony's eye and faded bruising under her eye. That's in August. July, August. Adam says the mark was caused when she was struck by a toy while playing with a sibling. The caseworker also speaks to Crystal, who tells the agency she lost custody of Harmony to Adam. In October, the final visit from a child protective service worker to the Guilford Street house. The worker reports the children appeared happy and healthy. The assessment concludes that the report of abuse was unfounded, but the family was at high risk for future child welfare concerns. According to Kayla Montgomery, Adam told her around about this time that he was taking Harmony to Lowell, Manchester, where her mother lives. This is November or December 2019. When looking to learn more about Harmony Montgomery's disappearance, police narrowed this time frame to November the 28th to December the 10th. Investigators later revealed they believe Harmony was killed in early December 2019. A referral, January the 8th, 2020, a referral is received by DCYF about Montgomery household. Adam tells a child protective service worker that Harmony is living with her mother in Manchester and had been since Thanksgiving. So they did come to the house in 2020 in January, and he had just took the baby out, and that's been a whole year. If it happened in 2019, December of 2019, and then January 2021, the child protective service worker leaves a voicemail for Crystal to confirm Harmony's address. Officials say Crystal did not return the call. September 2021, a person close to Crystal contacts DYCF and raises concern that Crystal hasn't seen Harmony since 2019. DCYF confirms Harmony has never been registered for school, and Manchester attempts to locate the Montgomery family. 2021, Crystal called Manchester police saying she hasn't seen her daughter since the Easter. Manchester police say their phone records indicate this is the only call the department has received from Crystal. DCYF notified Manchester police they are unable to locate Harmony. Police start searching in 2021. Now remember, Harmony passed away in 2019. They just started looking for her in 2021. Crystal sends a letter to Manchester Mayor Joyce Craig begging for help finding her daughter. Detectives find Adam living in his car with his new girlfriend. Police describe him as uncooperative and refusing to provide information on Harmony whereabouts. Police also interview Kayla Montgomery. Manchester police hold a press conference. Oh my goodness. This is a timeline. A 24-hour tip line is set up. $144,000. The FBI joins. 2022, January the 4th, Adam is arrested, charged with second degree. Let me see. Yep. A report is released by governor, details in the investigation. In March, Kelsey Small, a woman who has dated Montgomery's father before his arrest, is found dead in Manchester. She did not face charges in connection with the case, and her death is not considered suspicious. And that's Kelsey. Adam is arrested on new charges of theft by unauthorized taking for allegedly stealing a rifle and shotgun, 2 charges of receiving stolen property for allegedly receiving or retaining the rifle and the shotgun, 2 charges of felony in possession for allegedly possessing the rifle and the shotgun after having been convicted of 1 or more qualifying felonies, and 2 charges of armed career criminal for allegedly possessing the rifle and the shotgun after having been convicted of 3 or more qualifying felonies. Kayla is charged with 2 counts of receiving stolen properties in connection with the alleged theft of the firearms. Investigators again say there is no evidence that the charges are related to Harmony's disappearance. A report from the Manchester's office of the child advocate is released. The report outlines several mistakes Manchester's agency allegedly made regarding the girl's care before she lived in New Hampshire and eventually disappeared. Kayla is released from jail May the 7th, where she was held for 4 months. She was ordered to check in the Manchester police daily and continues with substance abuse. She also ordered to not have any contact with Adam or to leave Manchester. In June, so she was out a month. So in June, Kayla is arrested on perjury. She is accused of lying. Okay, June the 14th, officers searched Adam Montgomery and Kayla Montgomery's former apartment, hauling a refrigerator out. They say a fridge. Investigators were assisted by a sewer plumbing team. Sources told News 9 credible information from a person close to the investigation led to the search. August 11, 2022, the investigation now believed that Harmony was killed in early December. September the 9th, Kayla Montgomery is arrested on a bench warrant after she failed to show up for a hearing. Her bail is revoked on September the 13th. October the 4th, body camera footage obtained shows the first interaction between Manchester police and Adam. October the 20th, some of the evidence prosecutors hope to introduce in Adam Montgomery's firearm trial can't be admitted, a judge ruled. October the 24th, the Attorney General announced that Adam has been arrested and charged with second-degree murder in the death. That's how that went. All right, you guys. Hey, Phyllis, how you doing? I was just going through the timeline. They sent it to me, so I wanted to see if it had anything that we missed. I mean, we kind of know this story, so, and it's sad. It is. It's sad. Nobody really likes to hear stuff like that. But you guys, I'm gonna get off of here, and I will be probably. I'm gonna charge up my phone so I can listen to it while I'm at work and just, go over it again. Thank everybody for showing up. Make sure you like as you leave the building and click and share.